Hey there everybody, I'm John SNK, and I'm about to tell you how to make a new Sonic game for the Neo Geo Pocket Color. Observe. That'll be $30, please. Hello everybody, I'm Garrula64, and welcome to the Sonic 2 review. Judging by all the comments I got asking for this thing, I thought I was about to experience something really fun and unique, but instead, it was just fun. How dare you trick me like that? Released for the Neo Geo Pocket Color, whatever that made-up thing is, in the year of 1999, whatever that made-up year is, Sonic Pocket Adventure brought the Hedgehog to a whole new 8-bit dimension with incredible art and animations. Until you hit the start button, then it looks like this. Not gonna lie, for a minute there, I thought it was gonna look like the menu art, and I was really excited. In my opinion, I feel like this is a huge step down from Triple Trouble, because over the Game Gear title's lifespans, they kinda nailed like a really nice aesthetic, but I can at least praise how bright and colorful this thing is, because bright colors make me happy. And I mean, I guess if your system has color in its name, you better follow through, right? Past the menus and little bits of visual flair this game has to call its own, everything else just kinda feels like a rehash for the most part. As soon as you start up the game... Whoa, hold on there. Okay, alright, I was horrified for a second, because I thought this is what Sonic 2 looked like without all that blast processing. Turns out, though, the emulator just had frame skip turned up to 7 for some reason. Like, who out there is having that much trouble running Sonic Pocket Adventure in 2020? As I was saying, though, this game doesn't really have a lot to call its own, and funny enough, even though we're playing Sonic 2 on the Neo Geo Pocket Color, they didn't even give us Sonic 2's Green Hill. We get Sonic 1 Green Hill. Or Neo South Island, as they call it. Change the name as much as you want, we all still know what it is. And also the music is wrong for some reason, they just stole Angel Island Act 1's theme. I mean, I guess it fits though. We've been here and done this a million times at this point, but there is one standout thing about this Green Hill, and that's that there are these weird diamonds all over the place that I first had thought had something to do with the special stages, but eventually I learned they were actually puzzle pieces. See, this game includes a side mode where you can build puzzles and then look at them. It's a cool side collectible, I guess, but I also don't care at all. Taking a shot in the dark, I collected 50 rings, hit the end of the stage, and found a special stage ring. Another point for my big beefy boy brain. And then my brain went silent as I saw the half pipe from Sonic 2 load in. I really was never a fan of these, and in this game they're even worse, because as you are going to collect those rings that you need to complete the stage, they load in pretty quickly as you're approaching them, so it's almost really hard sometimes to get to where they are or avoid mines when they pop in. So much like how I feel about the actual Sonic 2 special stages, it feels like you already need to know where these rings are laid out, or else you're not going to complete the stage in your first try, and if you don't, in this version, you just don't get all the emeralds. Please cry and then restart the game in that order. I didn't end up getting them all this time, actually, for that reason, because I was too busy crying. So, whoops, too bad, no special ending for me. The second zone is another Sonic 2 classic, Secret Plant Zone. Is the secret that this is just Chemical Plant Zone? Don't worry, your secret is safe with me, I won't tell anyone. Music here is out of whack again, Angel Island 2 doesn't exactly fit Chemical Plant at all, but then Hydro City is actually a pretty decent choice. But all this really just kinda gets me thinking, like, why the confusion? Like, it's like Sonic Team handed SNK a box of unlabeled Sonic assets and told them to roll with it. Okay! To give some credit for originality, though, the bosses are mostly unique here. Neo South Island hammered that point in pretty well, and Secret Plant has this fun platform boss, since what would a platform game be without platforms? Cosmic Casino comes next, and as much as I like that name, yada yada, it's Casino Night, complete with the same janky pinball gimmicks we've all come to know and... know. Personally, this one is my favorite looking stage in the entire pack, because anything is better than the disgusting yellow background of Urine Plant Zone. But also, you know, pinball gimmicks and stuff, I just don't like them. Thankfully, though, the boss fight, you know, you have a pinball paddle there, but you don't really need to use it because you can just kind of stand here and then Eggman will basically grant you free entry into the next stage. And now, actually, I'm wondering if that was a trap because this game is pretty good until it isn't. Welcome to Aquatic Relic Zone, or as I like to call it, the beginning of the end. I don't have a problem with the zone itself, like I really don't, but it's here the biggest problem I have with this game springs up, no pun intended. Like certain fan games I've played in the past, this game seems to keep enemies and obstacles active for longer than it should, even if they're off screen. This goes from behind the player and in front of the player, and maybe even sometimes above the player. But that also meant that I was taking damage from all sides that I really could never see coming until it was too late, which meant it was basically a pipe dream that I would ever reach the goal with 50 rings. And so that's where my Chaos Emerald adventure ended. I could have just kept restarting until I did it or used save states, but I just didn't want to. Didn't think it was worth it. If you're just zooming through the game, not worrying about 100%, I'm sure this is pretty fun. Like, I was having a good time, even with collecting the emeralds so far, but at this point, going for the emeralds kinda left a sour taste in my mouth. And I guess at least the Knuckles boss fight in this area is pretty cool. It seems pretty identical to the one from Sonic 3, but it's fun to see Sonic slap this man into unconsciousness, then pose over his body like he doesn't care what just happened. But don't worry, after the posing, Sonic is a good sport, and he returns the emerald to Knuckles, which is then promptly stolen by Eggman, while Knuckles has an asthma attack, I guess. Hey, look at that! It's my other favorite thing that Sonic 2 cursed us with. It's Sky Chase! Guys, I'm so happy to be playing this auto-scroller that limits my speed in a game where your reward for playing well is going fast! What a great idea! Also, if you're still going for all emeralds at this point, make sure you don't skimp out on the rings here, because this stage counts as well for that. After that snooze fest ends, Tails lets Sonic down for a good old-fashioned real level in the form of Aero-based Zone. This is like a huge collection of just vertical platforming, and you know what that means, don't you fall. Oh boy. Truth be told, every single time I fell back down after making a ton of progress, I would just jump into a pit or an enemy to get back to my previous checkpoint, because, that stuff's annoying. I don't like having to redo everything just because these platforms are really inconsistent. I know this comes with its fair share of frustrations if it's not done right. Sonic 1 8-bit had something like this, but I really wish they just raised the death plane as you were climbing this thing. That way it was a little bit less irritating. I mean, hell, they should have called this looking at your phone while waiting for platforms to reappear zone. And then, surprise, surprise, you fight Silver Sonic. You fight him the same way you do in Sonic 2, because this game is Sonic 2. Oh, and speaking of Sonic 2, because I haven't said that enough today, do you remember that thing that had people looking like this? Well, they're back. Gigantic Angel Zone, home to everything you'd see in Metropolis Zone, which, means slicers, and asterons, and... oh! I hate this level. I hate it a lot. Every single gimmick, every single enemy, every single situation, every single part of it is really tedious, and it takes forever to finish. And would you look at that? I didn't realize I was playing Sonic Mania. That's so weird. One positive I can grant this level, however, is that it seems like there are a ton of pathways you can take, but it kinda ends up being more of a pick your poison kind of thing, because all of them are chaotic as hell. After scaring the daylights out of Dr. Eggman, Sonic proves he's far too strong to be killed by standing on top of miniature mushroom clouds. What a power move. Truth be told, the only thing that could really beat him is... yeah, honestly, that is pretty cathartic. This fight is like almost Big Arm, but instead of being a climactic final encounter, it's pretty lackluster. It's just kind of chilling, and the only positive to it is that it just smacks you around like the Hulk when you get caught. I like it. I'm willing to give it a pass. I also like that you need to hit the Chaos Emerald a few times for it to pop out of the machine before actually beating it. That felt pretty unique. I don't feel like they've done that any other time in the series. But really, that's it. Like, that and like the other bosses are pretty much the only unique things about this entire game. Everything else just feels like the same stuff, except not as good. I don't know, am I wrong? I mean, to me, even if the level designs were different, it was still rehashing all the same stuff, and that's what people complain about these days, right? Or is it okay for this game to have done that, because it hadn't happened a ton at this point, except with Green Hill? Really gives you something to think about. With Eggman meeting a particularly gruesome 8-bit death at the hands of his long-term rivals, Sonic and Tails fly away into the endless blue sky. Thank you for playing. I think Knuckles died. Again, I did not end up getting all the emeralds because I'd rather not sour my opinion of this game any further because I did enjoy it at the end of the day, but you know, I'm just gonna throw up a visual here on screen of what I think the Supersonic boss fight probably looks like. So, I mean, judging by everything else that was reused here, I don't really think it's out of the question to assume it looks something like that, but I don't hate this game. I really don't. It's just kind of like a not as good Sonic 2, right? Like, I mean, how could you hate that? I mean, I joke all the time about not liking Sonic 2, and I don't love it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. So, I mean, like, you can't really go wrong with this. It's just kind of like middle of the road. Really? Okay, sorry, I was just informed that IGN gave this a 10 out of 10 when it came out, so it's the perfect Sonic game, and this video is totally incorrect. Please disregard me. Well, that sure was an adventure, wasn't it? It was a Sonic adventure, yep. But anyway, if you made it to this point in the video, please let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video and you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell, follow my Twitter, and join the Discord to keep up with more Sonic reviews and other things that aren't Sonic reviews, because I do a lot of things. I'd also like to give a huge shout out to my current supporters, who are Kaido the Samurai, please let me know if I mispronounced that, Danny Dauber, Mike TGC, Chaotic Mercenary, Roscoe13, Crazy Sean DX, Dylan Plays, Cosmic Mushroom, Raiden Still Plays, Chaos, Ty Little Tech Guy, Jaded Indolent, Jeremy, Lucas the Tall Man, Mega Traffic Cone, Crystal, and everyone else who's supporting me in the $1 tier, because remember, even $1 helps, seriously, like if enough people do that, it builds up, because that's how numbers work. Never really understood that too much, but yep, that is how that works. But anyway, if you want to become a supporter yourself, you can either go click at the join button beneath the video, or you can click that little card that popped up a little bit earlier when the list was showing to check out my Patreon, which, you know, I mean, either one works. You get the bloopers, or you get, like, other little things, depending on what tier you're in. But it usually hinges on being in the Discord. Like, you'll still get the bloopers, even though they're uploaded to YouTube. I upload them to a Google Drive, so you can still see them. But anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.